The following audio excerpts are from Hand-to-Mouth Theater's production of Homeland, created in collaboration with WaxFactory and France's Begat Theater. The original production was written and directed by Dion Doulis, Erika Latta, Karin Holmstrom, and Michael Cavazos. Sound design by Dion Doulis and Erika Latta. Set design by Philippe Lalliard and Abby Jacquin. Set dressing by Violet Aveline. Voiceover cast includes Erika Latta, Dion Doulis, Mai Ide, Julio Cesar, Yasmin Ruvalcaba, Maya McCarthy, Jonathan Walters, and Gio Alva. Interview voices include Michaela Caldwell and Garrett P. Documentary voices include Shizuko Sakai, courtesy of the Japanese American Museum of Oregon, Donna Maxey, courtesy of Albina Mosaic, Senator Jackie Winters, Ed Washington, and Evelyn Bohm, courtesy of Vanport Mosaic and story midwife Laura Loforti. Homeland premiered in September 2022 and was produced again in 2023 and 2024. The production included an immersive installation on the Southwest Waterfront at the historic Zidell Yards. Audiences traveled 3/4 of a mile along the water and were each assigned a small unit like the one you are sitting in now. Inside, they listened to stories of immigration and displacement and were asked to consider how their ancestors brought them to where they are today. Please enjoy the following excerpts from Homeland.
Tama, kawaii ko chan. 今日もいい子だね。気持ちがいい日だね。
The apocalypse has already happened. Just where are you in relationship to it?
We were wiped out by the freeway and Emmanuel Hospital.
And of course you could hear all your neighbors if you got into your little cubicle.
They forced you to take the money they gave
No
you.
place to hang your clothes, no chairs or tables.
And so you had to
All
leave.
I remember we had were these cots.
And then just like any noise that came through, like you're waking up on high alert, like is that another person? Like is my stuff going to be stolen? Am I going to be hurt?
Life there was just a noisy, terrible confusion.
I did not want to be around other people and bed bugs and worried if I was going to be beat up while I was sleeping. Like it was a room of people I don't know, and therefore I can't trust yet.
I think everyone is at some level scared of their security being taken away. And the embodiment of that is someone in need, is another human in need that reflects to you that you're just 2 paychecks away from begging on the street.
彼らの言う通りにしないといけない。もし言う通りにすれば、私たちが危険じゃないってわかるはず。だって私たち何も悪いことしてないんだから。Report to the civil control station. Bring only what you can carry. Tie up and securely pack all belongings. Number and mark your name on each package in accordance with instruction. Bring no pets of any kind. Do not ship household goods to assembly center. All ice boxes, washing machine, pianos, and other heavy furniture are to be stored at your sole risk and expense. Secure all real estate properties and shutter up all businesses or sell them to the highest bidder. Pin your identification number to your collar. Private means of transportation will not be utilized. Only one name and address will be used by a given family. Cooking utensils and other small items will be accepted for storage if created. 最後にもう一回庭に出よう。イチゴの周りの雑草も取らなくちゃ。床を掃いて静けさを。そしてたまにさよなら言わなくちゃ。
Elena, mi amor, llamaron mi nombre por fin.
They call my name. Finally.
Antes de presentarme, Juan me dijo, no te hagas ver listo, compa. No les gusta la gente lista.
Juan told me, don't look too smart, brother. They don't like it when you're smart.
Si quieres el trabajo, tienes que verte dócil, obediente, calladito.
You have to look docile, obedient.
Seguí el consejo de Juan porque cualquier trabajo es mejor que no tener trabajo.
So I'll follow his advice. Any work is better than no work.
Todos nos tuvimos que alinear para un examen médico.
We all had to line up for a medical examination.
Tomaron nuestra temperatura, presión de sangre y escucharon el latido de mi corazón.
They took my temperature and blood pressure and listened to my heartbeat.
Quieren manos fuertes, así que examinaron mis manos para ver si tenía callos.
They wanted strong hands, hands with calluses.
Me tomaron una foto y me dieron mis nuevos documentos que decían Alien Laborers Identification Card.
They took my photo and gave me an alien laborer's identification card.
Ahora soy número 33.
I am now number 33.
Finalmente llegamos a Oregon, donde nos dijeron que cosecharíamos betabel.
Finally, we arrived in Oregon, where we were told we would be picking beets.
Nos tienen trabajando desde el amanecer hasta el atardecer, con pocos descansos, 6 días a la semana.
We worked long hours every day from sunrise to sunset with very few breaks, 6 days a week.
Los patrones nos hablan bien culero, que me hacen sentir como un burro.
The bosses use very foul language here. I feel like a donkey.
Ahorita me tienen viviendo en una casita con otros 6 compañeros.
Here, I live in a very little house. There are 6 of us crammed in.
No tenemos baño, pero nos lavamos con una manguera que hay afuera.
There's no bathroom. Only some hoses outside we use to wash ourselves.
Nos pagan cada quincena, pero de nuestro cheque nos deducen por el hospedaje y la comida.
They pay us every 15 days, but they deduct money for housing and food.
Hay una tienda en la granja que nos deja pagar con créditos. Así que cuando nos dan el cheque, nos damos cuenta que ya nos gastamos todo el dinero.
There's a store on the ranch that takes credit, so when you get your check, you see you've already spent most of your money.
Mi primer cheque fue de 50 centavos.
My first paycheck was for 50 cents.
Ni siquiera tengo dinero para mandar dinero
I
a mi
don't have
familia.
enough to send home.
Perdónenme.
I'm sorry.
Morales, get your ass out here.
Ok, señor. Ahí voy.
I'm up on the 7th floor of the Center for Health and Healing, looking down out the window at the Zidell Yard and the Willamette River. It's a clear September evening. The water is calm right now, but I can feel my heartbeat race, bringing back another river and another night. Climbing into the yellow inflatable boat, 10 of us tightly huddled in the boat as a guide slowly moved us across the water. It is moving too quickly. A mother and a baby fell over the boat into the water. A man jumped in to try to save them. We couldn't do anything. It was too dangerous. The captain kept going. The man and the woman with the baby strapped to her back disappeared, just like that. My father covered my eyes and told me to look away. I keep hearing the woman screaming and the baby crying, then the sound of the water. I found the baby's pacifier on the puddled rubber floor and 2 shiny quarters, which I put into my pocket.
The day of the flood, I can still remember my mom was cooking a pot roast.
The dike has started breaking, and this place will be on the water probably about 30 or 40 minutes. And so we hurried back home. My mother got a small suitcase and grabbed a few important papers and a few pictures.
We knew that we were going to have to be moved. And of course, signs started going up on telephone poles, saying that we're in an exclusion area, military zone.
I don't remember exactly the last day, but I remember we all walked through the house and made sure it was empty and kind of said goodbye to the house.
And that was probably the most desolate feeling I've ever had. I looked around and there were other people like me standing on the platform. I really didn't know any of them. We were herded onto the train by some soldiers who had guns and were pretty scary looking to us who were not used to this kind of procedure.
When we had to move, we lost our home, we lost our church, my dad lost his business, and we lost our community.
So they finally got us aboard the train. We were told to pull the window screens down so we couldn't look out, and started on our journey. No one told us where we were going to go or how long we were going to be on the train.
We got in a neighbor's car and we drove up to what is now I-5.
And she said, don't look out the back windows, kids. Just don't look out the back.
I remember seeing houses floating with people on top of houses.
And so we said, well, we'll go back. Tomorrow morning, as soon as that water go down, we get our brooms and we'll just go down and sweep everything out. And we'll just go right on back home. And then shortly thereafter, I saw a second wave. And I remember looking out to the west toward the railroad tracks. I saw this huge wave of water. And it hit those units and it took them up off the ground just like you would throw toy cars around. And so at that point, I think people realized that we weren't going back. There's not going to be any sweeping out.
But the next morning, we arrived at the Portland Expo Center, which was then a livestock exposition. It was a huge barn. The train came to a jerking stop and we were herded off and went through some iron gates and into this huge expanse of a livestock barn.
Everybody knew it was over. It was over.
And then we went to our assigned cubicle, which was a horse stall. It was enclosed by 4x8 pieces of plywood with a canvas hanging for a door. There were 5 of us in our family unit, my father and 4 of us siblings. And that was our home.
And that's when I pulled the tent out of the car and was like, okay. I started living behind, out in the open. And I remember park ranger type trucks would drive through, bright lights wake me up in the middle of the night, being eaten by mosquitoes. And then just any noise that came through, you're waking up on high alert.
Every night when we come home, we look to see who had been wiped out, who was gone. And the question is, well, did anybody get to say goodbye? Do we know where they're going to? Did you get a phone number? Did you get an address?
Yeah, there's one moment you have everything you need, and next moment you don't. Here I am again, looking for quarters in my jackets, stealing sugar from the coffee shop, crashing gallery openings for free food. I don't feel so bad. I am tired of showering at the YMCA. This seems a little better. All that hair and soap swirling around the drain, feet touching those sticky tiles, and God knows what secretions were squirted there. Disgusting. Everyone looking at my body between the gap and the shower curtains. What the hell are they looking at? I have boobs, a stomach, a butt, and legs like everyone else. Back off. I'm here for the free soap. Keep your eyeballs in your sockets and stop looking in the cracks. The least they could do is put a shower in here. Oh, I guess I'm lucky to get this 4x4 piece of crap. It could be worse. Temporary. It's all temporary. Sooner you know that, the easier life becomes.
It's
a long road. Past the forest. You're walking.
You're walking towards.
You're walking toward the light. Do you see it?
Do you see it?
Do you see it?
You see the path forward.
You see the path forward.
You're here.
You are here, nowhere else.
You are here, nowhere else, walking forward, one foot in front of the other. Just do that. One foot in front of the other.
Just do that.
One foot
in front of
You just need to make it to a place where there's water, shelter, love. A place to rest your racing mind. Love, acceptance, shelter, family, friends. Repeat. Love, acceptance, shelter, family. Repeat. All you need.
Love,
Keep
acceptance,
going.
shelter, family.
You are almost there.
Keep going.
All you
You're almost
You
there.
are walking.
keep going. You are
You
almost
are alive. You are breathing.
You are walking.
You're walking.
The place
you
you've
are
longed
alive.
for.
Alive.
You're
You are
breathing.
breathing.
Just
The
over
place you
there.
have
The
longed
place
for.
you
There it
have
is.
longed
Over
for.
there.
Just over
Ancestors got you this far.
there. There it is.
Yes.
Ancestors
Here.
got you this
You
far.
made it. Others have
Yes,
traveled
here.
long and far. They are
Made
coming
it.
one by one.
Others have traveled long
Welcome.
and far.
Have
They are
traveled
Hey, you
coming
are
one by
long
one.
and far.
Welcome.
You will remember that
coming
nature
one by
embraced
one.
you, fed you,
You will
and
remember
clothed
that I
you.
embraced you,
Nature embraced
fed
you,
you,
Walk
clothed
gently.
you.
fed you,
Leave it as you
You will
found it.
walk gently.
Leave it as you found
leave it
it.
as you
Leave
found
it as you found it.
You will reach out your
You will
hand.
reach out your hand.
Won't you?
Won't you?